Hey guys, it's TJ. Welcome to Clickbait, where we don't make bad pinnacle weapons.
And I'm Eli.
Yeah, this week Eric's on vacation, and I decided to have my free-to-play account friend join because I thought it'd be an interesting thing to talk about when I actually can speak properly. But we'll go into that later. Just a little small little thing. We usually have like what are the chances, fair and balanced, yeah.
Yep.
We have all that. Real quick with what are the chances? I got 1K. That's literally it. Nothing new. I was on vacation last week, so I didn't really grind all that much to get anything in the game. Still going for my perfect waking vigil. I've had a total of 7 to drop. That are not the correct roll. Uh, sucks. Take my word for it. Um, so we're gonna go right into our what we call fair and balanced, and we're gonna talk about the changes that were made to. Hold on, let me pull up this week at Bungie. I'm on the. Let me pull up the Bungie website where I think they nerfed Whisper, all
Yeah.
of these like super exotics, if I remember correctly. Which one was it? Was it this week or last week?
Uh, they announced the
I'll say
changes last week.
yeah, okay, yeah, no. This past week they were talking about actually I want to jump in before we actually go to that. I want to talk real quick about the Crown Star raid. Um, begins day one. Players should want there will be a parasearch quest that only has gear up to 690. We must complete beforehand.
Yeah.
Is that there's being a enforced thing. If say let's say the first encounter is 700, being above 700 light
The
will
first
not
encounter is
improve.
715, I think.
Okay, but like I'm just saying for
For
example.
example. Yeah.
No. So wait, no. While content is active, players will face an enforced challenge throughout the raid. This means power beyond certain levels will provide no advantage for a given fight. Example given for the first fight, all power above 700 won't provide an advantage.
Hmm.
So no, you're actually wrong there.
Oh.
700 and above will not matter. The light for the first encounter is 715. I actually don't kind of agree with that. I think it's a little bit bullcrap. Like maybe like shouldn't be like
Yeah.
710 and above because you're not because at 710 you're not in. Okay, so quick thing for people who don't know how damage delta works. Damage deltas are not like 5, 10, 15. It's 16. It's 21. It's so forth. It's 1. It's 1 plus whatever that multi like a 5. For example, for Black Armory, at 696, you are in the damage delta of being 700 light. That's where it matters. If you're 695, you're not in that damage delta.
Yeah.
That's why I think maybe being at 706, being 710, you should be in theory that should be a slight advantage because you're in that damage delta. I don't agree with it being like being first counter 700 won't provide advantage. Oh, final fights power buff 720 will not provide advantage. Isn't the final counter like 750?
Um,
725.
I'm not actually sure. They might not make it 750 considering
I mean,
this is
yeah.
Bungie.
What was the last encounter in
Um, I mean,
What's the last encounter
we can
in
assume
Scourge?
there's gonna be like 4 or 5 encounters, and they're gonna bump
Oh
it
yeah.
like 5 or 10 light
I
levels
mean,
each time.
I assume this raid is probably going to be double the size of Scourge
Yeah.
because they
Scourge is
had
like a
season off.
mini raid.
I
Like a
mean,
courtesan
Scourge
thing.
is the Crota of Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Really is. It's a strike. It's not really a challenge.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of the challenge, let's dive into all the weapon challenges or weapon changes they want to make. So, the first big one for anybody who's played D1, they just did the same thing to Whisper they did in
Black
D1.
Hammer and Black
They
Spindle.
White Nail now pulls from reserves, and the ammunition reserves went back up to 18 because of this.
This
There's no more infinite ammo, same exact change, and it's a heavy weapon. And
they essentially made Whisper not
well, no,
viable.
they made Black Spindle. I mean,
Yeah,
I think it will still be viable. I still think it's a huge amount of DPS. I still think it's some of the highest DPS in the game.
but
I don't know. I don't remember how this
at some point,
Prospector versus Whisper. Like that's my question. Like what was better? I forget.
I think Prospector works better.
With masterwork, I should say. That's the other thing. But like, yeah, because Prospector, for anybody who doesn't know, or same thing with aggressive and grenade launchers. They do ridiculous damage for a reason. Going beyond that,
I think
yeah,
Prospector is
Whisper's
better
worm.
on.
Sorry.
I think Prospector works well with both console and PC, and Whisper is a little more PC based.
But yeah, it's probably more dominant on PC. I won't be surprised. Moving on to going back to the Whisper. Now, I'm gonna say this right now. For all these changes, there's two I'm worried about. But for most all these changes, I honestly do agree because I've used each of these weapons. I know how strong they are. And the thing is, people are like, "Oh, why they gotta nerf everything? Just bring everything up to their level." The reason they can't do that is If they bring everything up to the level, then that means they have to go much further above and beyond either making everything a giant health sponge and not actually making anything mechanically interesting, or if they nerf things and take things back a step. Because if you think about it right now, there is no challenging endgame challenge
Yeah.
unless you're doing like a self challenge or if you're doing high score nightfall runs. Past that, there's no challenge in the end.
No, yeah.
They like everything is trivial because we are overpowered. We have a crap ton of ridiculous weapons to use. That's I mean, Whisper of the Worm, for example, still one of the best. Like,
Guns in the game.
it's just
Yeah.
good. It's really good. It's the one that it's the best. It's the best heavy in the game for DPS in most cases. I can't say I don't want to say Prospector because of Riven, but Riven is also we're not doing it the correct way. I'm saying
Yeah.
if you're doing an encounter the correct way, I still think Whisper is the highest DPS. I mean, same thing goes for Morg. If you just walk up behind them, Prospector, it's
Yeah.
whatever. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Then Sleeper the next tier, the one that I'm concerned about, Sleeper. They reduced the bounced shot damage for Sleeper.
Yeah, what is up with nerfing Sleeper? Like, they already nerfed it into the ground. Not like into the ground, but...
And damage was too large when single precision shot Sleeper and an ankle shot that pierces target and then also hits target again. Much like Whisper, we adjust the enemies around that potential by making change permanent by weapon. We can get reduce ricochet bounce damage on boss combatants. Modified precision behavior. Total damage is unchanged, but non-precision shots are significantly more forgiving. So I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but here's the thing: if you're gonna reduce the fact, okay. So first off, the reason Sleeper was for anybody who didn't play D1, Sleeper is, I still think, yeah, Sleeper is the best
DPS.
heavy DPS. Like it's still, I'm pretty sure it was better than Yallarhorn for a reason.
Yeah.
In what came out, even with Yallarhorn 2.0, because they changed it, like they changed how the missiles and the damage work. But Sleeper for precision damage against Atheon, I'm pretty sure you could one cycle him when in the new version of Atheon.
Yes.
It's ridiculous.
If everyone was running like fusion grenades as well, because those are.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you would run bubble and you had
Yeah.
Yeah, but my point is that Sleeper was some of the best DPS in the game, and then when it came to Destiny 2, they changed it into a gimmick with the ricochet damage, and
Yeah.
that's kind of subpar. And it's really effective against Earworlds. Yeah, Earworlds, that boss, because you would just bounce off back wall. And that's the only boss I could really ever think about the ricochet actually worked on. So this tells me we're gonna have bosses in Opulence that have
bounceable hitboxes.
I mean, that have things around them that could potentially bounce. I just touched my mic. Sorry about that. That could potentially bounce off walls and deal more damage. And if they're gonna do that and they're gonna reduce like the main point of the weapon, then they should increase. I hopefully means with the modified precision behavior. They say total damage is unchanged, so I wonder if they change the precision multiplier, which I don't know. Something tells me like maybe the extra damage that you get from the ricochet round now goes into the precision damage. Maybe that's what I'm kind of hoping for.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Idea.
I mean it. Again, there's a reason why it's a very gimmicky weapon, but if they can make it more of a precision based weapon again, that'd be kind of cool. Because I think that was one of the cool things about it.
Earlier, it was like Queensbreaker with the unlimited precision.
Wait, what?
Remember earlier? Before Season Drifter, Queenbreaker and Sleeper had like too much aim assist.
Oh yeah, no, dude, I remember Gambit.
Yeah.
That was perfectly fine. Queenbreaker took like 2 seconds to charge, and sometimes when I around corners, don't ask about it.
Oh man, that was funny.
Oh, it was good. It was fun to use, but it was really scummy. Sleeper, oh my god.
Yeah, Sleeper.
Even with the ammo nerf, I remember when people were still using it. It was still pretty funny.
Yeah.
Alright. So, speaking of Gambit, let's talk about the king of DPS, Lord of Wolves. It received a massive damage increase when they did the shotgun changes, which were intentional or not intentional for it to happen. I don't know. I don't think they actually said it here. So basically, they're changing how release the wolves work because it's hard to control the ammo consumption, and they're reducing the PvE damage by 20%. The important thing to note here is that the PvP damage is not being changed, so it's still efficient at killing supers in PvP if anybody's used Lord of Wolves. It's one of the best weapons for killing supers. It's really strong, and it has a long range. It's like I want to say it's not obviously like Chaperone, but it has a longer range than a normal shotgun because it shoots in a straight line.
Yeah.
The Lord Police the Wolves no longer automatically triggers on kills. It's now hold by triggered now. Yeah, it's now triggered by holding reload, similar to fundamentals on Hardlight or Borealis. PvE damage and range bonuses on this effect have been removed and replaced with a universal damage bonus instead. When they say that, do you think it's like the 1k bug where like 1k you like remember this thing with like if you shot 1k and you switch to your weapons?
No.
There's a bug where if you would shoot 1k and then you would switch to another weapon, you had like a 25% damage increase. I forget what it was. It was a bug in Gambit Prime, which made it really stupid. Like,
right. Yeah.
Really, yeah. All right. We have as we're both Crucible players, we can talk about Ace of Spades.
The gun is.
All right.
The gun is in a special place right now.
I mean, it's a ridiculous weapon for a reason. It's the best hand cannon in the game. So with Ace, with Ace of Spades, you had the best range of any hand cannon in the game. You had essentially infinite kill clip kinda / rampage. I forget what the damage modifier was. You had high cal rounds. You had Firefly. You had Third Eye. You had Outlaw. All on hand. It's like, hey, what exotic perks? What perks are on? What are the best perks on hand cannon? Let's just put them all on one. And that's Ace.
I think it's about 21%.
Wait, say again?
I think Memento Mori is a 21% damage bonus.
Okay. Ace of Spades. I'm just gonna read what they say. Ace of Spades is pretty hot in the Crucible and has been since its inclusion in Destiny 2 Forsaken. Been talking about. I've been saying I think Ace is too good of a weapon since Forsaken, but just let me put this out. 3 seasons later, they're now addressing it. The number of perks on the weapon combined with the semi-permanent effect of Memento Mori, it's not like I just said that or anything, gives the weapon too many advantages compared to other weapons. Now that Memento Mori, so that's the first big change. Now Memento Mori ends when you stow the weapon. So you have to for anybody who hasn't played Crucible since Forsaken, or who's used Ace of Spades ever in Destiny 2, the way it works is that once you get a kill, you can it's basically kills
as
up
soon
on
as you
reload, but then you have Memento Mori bullets, which are essentially for each of these bullets have extra damage.
5
but
bullets.
Then you could 5 bullets right now. It used to be 6 and then get reduced to 5. You could stow the weapon, and then the bullets would stay. But so I could switch my shotgun and get killed. But I could switch back to my Ace of Spades for a long range engagement, and I still have the damage bonus, and that's what makes it ridiculous. So now Memento Mori now ends if it's stowed. The PvP damage of bonus Memento Mori was slightly reduced to prevent two tapping guardians while Vengeance OEM was active.
Yeah.
So specifically, you need 4 Zealons to survive this now.
That's.
Which doesn't Ace already 2-tap with Memento, or is it like a 2-tap and like they have no health? I forget.
The only reason you can 2-tap if you have a damage modifier, but it's impossible to 2-tap without. Like Inertia Overdrive allows you to 2-tap, or One-Eyed Mask's Vengeance.
I mean, yeah. So. For anybody, so apparently, they're sold OEM last Friday. Man, good thing I wasn't in the mood to play Crucible. Oh boy, every Titan now has OEM. That's not fun.
Unless you were away for some reason. But.
I mean, yeah.
Yep, most times.
So they're changing super generating exotic armor changes. They're changing Skull of Dire Ahamkara, Orpheus Wraith, and Phoenix Protocol now receive super energy back with diminishing returns, making it rare to get a full super back. Shards of Galanor and Ursa Furiosa had their super gain cast reduced to be in parity? That's a weird way. But
I don't understand why you would nerf Ursas. They're already obsolete.
You're not wrong. They're already really bad. Being parity with other super exotic changes. Gwizin Vest had its energy reduced from 15% to 8% for killing 1 to 2 Guardians. Still scales up similar to before when killing 3 or more Guardians. PvE energy return remains similar before. So it looks like the Gwizin Vest is purely PvP change. Shards of Galanor, I don't agree with. I think they're fine. I think post change, since they have been like in PVE, whenever I'm using them in Razor Strikes, I rarely get I may get like a third of my super back.
Yeah, but you don't get even near full.
You don't get near full, so I don't understand why they're changing it. So my quick thing, and then after this changes, they go into talking about merch, which I hate that they put in the same article. So here's a few things. One, I'm okay with majority of these changes, but my problem when it comes to the armor changes, it's not that Shards of Galanor are better than Meknir's Trick Sleeves, that I use them over Meknir's Trick Sleeves. It's that Meknir's Trick Sleeves suck and they're useless.
Yeah.
I would still, if using Shards of Galanor got me 5% of my super energy back after like just using my super with shards, I would still use that over Meknir's. If that should make sense there.
Yeah.
Because it's not like, again, it's not that Meknir's Trick Sleeves are overshadowed. It's that they suck. A lot of exotics suck. Lucky Pants. I don't feel like listing off all of them. Capri's Horn. I'm pulling it up. We got
the Peacekeepers.
Sort of fine. Winter's Guile. Do you want an example? We got Affiliate Aspects. Again, in PvE they suck. PvP not so much, but I don't know if they're still used PvP because I don't play Warlock in PvP.
I haven't seen very many.
Gemini Jester, Antaeus Wards. Like Harder Than Most Light.
Don't forget Aeon, the Aeon armor.
Yeah, Aeon armor set. Sanguine Alchemy. Just because they suck doesn't mean like. Again, like that's my problem with the armor change. And my other problem with this article, and then obviously they didn't do a follow-up to it, is that I would have liked to see stuff they were buffing and changing. I think if they did both in the same thing, I think the feedback wouldn't have been so negative because it's like, oh, they're not buffing anything. If they actually showed that they they intended to change like exotic weapons or weapon archetypes or even exotic armor in addition to this article, which is just all about nerfing,
yeah,
I think it would have been fine. I don't think it would have been such a negative feedback. But yeah, I think the weapon changes are in par. I think the only two I'm worried about are Lure Wolves and Sleeper. The weapon archetype, I'm hoping Lure Wolves is still useful in PvE. It's one of my favorite weapons for a reason. I still think it's one of the better weapons in the game, but post change, probably not so much. Because basically, in Gambit Prime, I play a Reaper as my role,
yeah,
and all I would use is Lure Wolves, and I would switch between like my Spare Rations, my Pillager, my Go Figure, my Blast Runners, my Redrixes. Like I always changed, but I always stuck with Lure Wolves because I could deal DPS from any range to the boss. It was significant DPS, and it's really efficient at clearing. Say like there's basically the big yellow health bar, like miniature boss guys. All I do is kill a red bar, release the wolf triggers, and then I kill the big guy.
Yep.
Like it's
not
and the thing is, it's like you gotta learn how to use it properly. But I guess that's why they're changing it because people can't.
Yeah,
that's how I read it. But yeah. I'm reading through our docket here. Sorry. Oh yeah. So, Crown of Sorrow. I was talking to Eli here about it earlier with actually. Oh no, I didn't want to talk about that. Let's talk about the. They released a little thing on Season of Opulence. This season, Emperor Callus beckons Guardians to prove they're worthy by pitting them against foes in his menagerie. He'll send annual pass owners on treasure hunts throughout the system to unlock the power of the Chalice of Opulence. Upgrades that allow you to choose the type of gear you earn. So, a few things. One, there are some pictures of weapons. The Menagerie is the new 6-player activity, not the raid, may I point out real quick. Menagerie, if you actually know what the real word menagerie means, it means like a collection of animals and kind of thing. So in the trailer, you're finding Vex and Hive, I think are the only two enemies they show.
Yes, I think so.
Vex and
maybe
Hive, but my guess is all enemy types are going to be in there. That's my guess. In the trailer, we see a Titan shooting Truth, and then something that looks like Eos Luna as a weapon. And now I say Eos Luna because it doesn't look like Hawkmoon because it doesn't have the detailing.
Special.
It doesn't have the iron sights.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the detailing. It doesn't have the claw. It looks like Eos Luna, which would be kind of cool to get back because I think Eos Luna is a cool looking weapon and it's probably would be a 150 or 140. I think it'd be a 140 in Destiny 2.
Yeah.
That's what we set the point.
Yeah, I think so. That's
With the menagerie, they have assembling your chalice of opulence is just the first step. Callus has crafted a maze of challenges in his lost vaults. Test your strengths in the all-new six-player matchmaking activity, the menagerie. Meet his challenges head on to unlock your rewards. And there's a trailer you can watch. You can find YouTube. It's gonna be blasted everywhere. I'm pretty sure.
yeah.
Because I like to make fun of Houndish. Houndish
Like an
probably
hour.
like he probably like what's that?
I
What?
smell something.
I smell something. I can make a video, and I can make really false claims on. That's fine. Leviathan secrets confront new challenges. Yeah. Upgrade the Chalice of Opulence to better refine which gear you earn. So this sounds like, and it's replayability. So this sounds like a Escalation Protocol like esque loot system.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know. I am and not look. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to it because it sounds like Reckoning but worse. I think it's like my thing I like about Reckoning is that it's really direct. You know what weeks drop what gear. Like
Yeah.
this week, I'm pretty sure. Last week was like Last Man Standing, the grenade launcher, and something else. This week's like spare rations and where other weapons. I know the main weapon people grind for is spare rations, so it's my example. But like with this, I'm not sure yet.
Yeah.
I kind of look forward to it. New raid, seek out the most valuable treasures in the underbelly of the Leviathan. Jump into the new Chronosaur raid and join the chase for worlds first on day 1. Alright, so I have a little thing, no, I'll save this. I'll have to save it, because I'm looking at time. We're like 20 minutes, and I just want to make sure we don't miss out discussing you, because so Eli meant to be the focus of this episode, but then this whole entire thing of the new pinnacle weapons and all that crap, okay. So, there are new weapons and armor. The armor from what I can identify is, I see Kepri String returning from D1, and I don't know if there's any other exotic armor I'm not recognizing. They have what looks to be the Mida mini tool returning, but as a newer version of the weapon. And
Unless this is Bungie and they're just reskinning new guns.
No. I don't think they're reskinning it though, because people have been asking for
Return of old.
Oh, also I know it's Sniper. I'm pretty sure I know it's Snipers, but I was gonna say real quick. People have been asking for the old weapon pairs to be changed because they've become irrelevant. Drang's become kind of irrelevant. Mida May tool, don't use Reckless now. It's a bear weapon.
Yeah.
So yeah, they got. I'm gonna
Same with
go.
swords.
We're gonna go up and down. So they have what looks to be Mida May tool. I'm assuming is a newer version. Then they have a Titan Mark and Titan Gauntlets that don't look significant. Then the weapon on the bottom looks to be the 77 Wizard from D1, which would make sense since now we have the Black Armory unlocked.
Yeah.
And Ada, now we know about it and all story-wise. Then second column, we have some Warlock Gauntlets. We have Truth returning. Just gotta point that out real quick.
That's gonna be fun.
I actually kind of look forward to that because Truth was a funny thing. I hope it's still ridiculous because you could do the really sick videos.
But they're gonna. It's probably gonna have one bullet. You don't see any rockets unless they have a vicious assassin. But you don't see any rockets with more than one bullet. In D1, you could just fire.
Didn't they change it to 1 at the end of D1, or is it was it always 2? Yeah, at the end of D1 they changed it to 1.
Toned down the tracking at the end of D1, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, I can kind of see the reason to actually have tracking on. But okay, moving on from that, they have a Titan helmet. I don't know. It doesn't look like anything significant. Then here's the thing that looks like ES Luna. So I had to pull up my dim and go to D1 real quick.
Oh, I think the helmet is a reskin of One-Eyed Mask. I think. Don't call me on that.
No, what the hell?
Because there was a picture a while ago of teasing like new Eververse
Ornament?
stuff.
Okay, maybe.
I think this helmet was on the right of that picture.
Maybe that'd be interesting. But yeah, the hand cannon looks like ES Luna. It has the little thing on the bottom. It's ES Luna, but it's like in the Callus style. You can go look up the Bungie.net/en/pub/Season of Opulence. You can see all the stuff there, whatever. Or you can just go on Bungie.net. It'll be like the main thing on the website for the next couple of days until release. Yeah, it looks like ES Luna. It's not Hawkmoon. I don't care what you say. That is not Hawkmoon. They wouldn't throw a Hawkmoon because the thing is, there's another exotic hand cannon they're hinting to at the bottom. But my point is that they wouldn't just... They wouldn't change Hawkmoon from its original look because Hawkmoon was the very first PlayStation exclusive weapon. It's very iconic in the Destiny universe. There's no reason they would change Hawkmoon's overall look to be something Callus would have.
Yeah.
So it might just be Eastland straight up returning, which I'm fine with. Now third row we have a Hunter helmet. If they're putting these as exotic ornaments, that might be the Wormhouse Crown ornament. I don't know. That's what it kind of looks like to me.
Yeah.
Under the helmet, there is a Tex Mechanica looking hand cannon. It looks a lot like the new Last Word, but my guess is this is. Yeah. I think this is the new First Curse. I'm fine with it as a returning weapon. I think it was an underused weapon archetype. I think it'll be a 110. Judging how it performs in D1.
Very heavy.
And it looks like
revolver.
What's the vampire like Alucard.
Yeah.
Like the vampire, like the Alucard from like where Vampire Slayer anime or something like that. His giant gun. That's what reminds me of. So I think it'll be a 110 First Curse. That's how it felt in D1.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that turn. I used to like the
the First Curse was a really fun gun for me.
It was messing around that thing in Crucible. Oh man, you killed people. It felt good. I think it would work well as a 110.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be cool though if they redid if they did like a Regiexis treatment to it. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
For a 110, that'd be actually kind of.
That would be interesting.
Under that, there's a pair of hunter boots. Who cares? Then in the bottom row, it looks to be the Crown Splitter, but remade.
Yeah, for those of you
the Titan Sword from the beginning of the game. Yeah. Now top right, I think I know what sniper that is. So that's either the LDR 5001.
We think.
Or that's the longbow synthesis. That's my two guesses on the sniper.
I don't know if it would be the longbow synthesis. That was a hated and loved gun.
I mean, it was because you could shoot people through walls, and that totally wasn't an issue or anything.
Is that an ambush or a short gaze?
That is a ambush. No, wait. That's a good question, actually.
Huh.
I think that's an ambush site.
Yeah,
so I'm thinking. I think that might be the LDR turn.
Yeah.
I mean, I like ambush. I never like short gaze. That's besides the point. Then under sniper we have what looks to be Kepri String returning, which was a hunter exotic. I completely forget what it did in D2 or D1. Excuse the background noise. Oh, somebody. And Kepri String was a hunter gauntlet. I completely forget what it did. I think it's like.
Yeah, I think I can find it.
Yeah, why don't you look that up? I'm trying to remember. Yeah.
That is Destiny 1 Xbox One.
Hey, I'm looking through my D1 stuff, and I was like, oh look, stats quality. I didn't even know they had that on D1 armor.
Kepri String.
Did they have that on D2? No, they don't. Sorry, go ahead.
Touch of Venom. Gain invisibility after crouching in a place for a short time. Melee attacking an enemy from behind while invisible delivers 4 times damage. Melee attacks apply a lingering damage effect.
Yeah, I remember that. No, I remember that in Crucible because of
one shot.
You could dodge with Night Stalker. You could go invisible with Night Stalker D1, and then you could try. It was fun. You were just one punch, but it was I remember the main reason people used that was the thrall way for soloing for doing Crota solo because you would just crouch and move. It was a cool idea.
Yeah.
I think it's a cool thing to return. I think it was a fun thing. Not whatever. Now the weapon below that. So as you've heard on this podcast before, I'm sorry I hit my desk. I'm really excited about this. I love using shotguns. I'm a very good shotgun player in my honest opinion in Crucible. I'm probably wrong on that because I'm never correct. So what the weapon below looks to be returning, you can't tell I'm really excited, is a Matador 64 from the looks of it. Because my guess is they're having returning weapons from D1, which is 77 Wizard, Isluna, and the 77 Wizard.
And the Sniper.
Or not 77 Wizard, and the Matador 64, and the Sniper. Which I'm fine with returning weapons, but if it's Matador, oh my, I'm excited. That's like my gun.
That was the Destiny 1 go-to shotgun for everyone.
No. You're wrong there. The go-to shotgun was Fellwinter's. But
that was year 1, wasn't it?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, year 2. No, it was between I thought it was Party Crasher. Or was it Matador? It was between the two.
Yeah,
Those
the
are
two of them
only
were
two I ever saw.
shared con. I
But
prefer
yeah,
the Matador.
but I mean, like, I'm really excited. I think it is Party Crasher, but the thing is about Party Crasher, it has a giant ring on the outside, and Matador was like a complete like clean look. So that's why I'm thinking it's Matador, but it looks like a hybrid of both from the looks of it. Be funny if it's called the Matador plus one. Like as a, I mean, that'd be
the
kind
Forge
of
just
cool.
managed
Below that,
to
there's a
combine two
sorry.
weapons.
Yeah. I mean, Cal's he grows strong. We can't blame him.
Yeah.
There's a Hunter chest piece below that. Who cares? In the top right, there's a Titan chest piece. Who cares? Then they have the Year One sword. I think it's Eternity's Edge or something like that for Warlocks.
I think so.
I'm gonna see if I can find it. Damn. Again, that's just like the Crown Splayer. It's a returning sword. Not a big deal, but it's kind of cool.
Yeah. It is called.
I don't think I have it. Yeah,
It's Eternity's Edge. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Eternity's Edge. All right, cool. Then below that, I'm excited for this, is a Drang. And like I said, the Miami tool looks like they're remaking the partner weapons because I think I said this right. Miami tool you just use Recluse anymore. It's such a better option if you actually want to pair it with Mida.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how they remake Drang. Maybe like I said with the first curse thing, like maybe with Drang you'll get a fire rate increase.
Oh yeah.
Which would be kind of cool after a kill because Drang is it's not a bad fire rate, but I think that'd be a cool idea because I think they're fine doing the RPM increase after seeing what they did with Breakneck.
Yeah. I think the problem with Drang and Mighty Tool is they underperform if they're not with their other half.
No, it's not even that. I think it's just that better options came out, and as soon as shotguns were able to be put in your secondary slot, I think there's no reason to use a sidearm anymore.
Yeah.
Again, it's the whole entire argument is like the mech in your trick release. Oh my god. That scared the crap out of me. Sorry about that. Gameplay updates. There's going to be a power surge bounty that goes up to 690 that you must do before you access the new raid. I can't talk. Iron Band returns during the season, obviously, like it does every season. Then exotic weapons and armor will be added for annual pass owners.
And new rewards
now,
better, thankfully.
Now, here is the hot take, the pinnacle weapon. Alright, so we're going to save the Crucible one for last because I have some strong words about this. We're going to start with the good old Vanguard one, which is probably going to be really... Actually, you know, I feel like this could be good in the raid. Not gonna lie, the one to go. In damage and orbs of light. If you think about it in the raid, because you're gonna have people popping supers on the boss, and there's gonna be orbs to pick up next to the boss, and yeah. So one to go is the
One to go. GL3.
Every player of Destiny 2 will find their rank reset in Crucible, Gambit, and Vanguard missions. At higher ranks, Guardians will find rewards that double as both weapons and trophies. Earn the right to carry evidence of your prowess into battle. So, like, it's like Mountaintop. It's like Recluse. It's like Not Forgotten. It's like the Oxygen. It's like
the one
Delirium. It's like...
nobody uses.
Loaded question. Yeah. Actually, I had to think about that. It's your pinnacle weapons. So we're gonna start with the one to go, which looks to be a heavy Vanguard grenade launcher. Orbs of light increase blast radius and damage. Now,
chaining. Or I will.
If they make this an aggressive grenade launcher, well done. Like very well done. That is 100% a usable weapon.
Yeah.
If you, I'm gonna say this right now. One of my go-to heavies is a Acantha D, the refurbished one from Black Armory, because Black Armory did like the Battle Against Show Forge, Acantha, Bad News, whatever. They did new versions of the weapons. My Acantha D is a spiked grenade aggressive frame with Rampage and Rangefinder with a Velocity Master. But my point is that I can do that. I can basically do similar DPS to a Prospector with a Legendary.
Yeah.
Because it's an aggressive frame with spike grenades, and aggressive frames just on their own deal ridiculous damage. That's what I'm saying. If they make this aggressive with spike grenades, then I would actually be really happy. I would say like they actually did something right.
Yeah.
But even if it's just an aggressive frame, still could be good. Or even then, if it's a what's the frame on? That's 165 on that.
Well, okay, so there are some things that could go wrong with this weapon.
What?
I mean, they'll probably look at this, but you gotta wonder if the orbs of light, how permanent is the damage buff, and
so my guess
are you able to pick up the orbs of light if your super is full?
No, no. I think it's like orbs of light as in orbs of light. You can't pick up orbs when your super's full, so you have to use your super.
Yeah, but
I think
that's.
But no. But the thing is, again, and a spoiler, Dow's probably gonna be doing a damage video as soon as he gets his hand on this for a heavy. My point is though, like from the concept, and you gotta keep in mind it's a fully masterworked weapon.
Yeah.
So the thing is, say for example, I get a kill with my Recluse, and I don't have a full super yet. That Orb of Light will now count for my, and I assume it's gonna work like this, where you can have it stowed and you can pull out when you pick up an orb.
Yeah.
Because that would make sense. Because having to have it run around with it out the whole time and you have to wait to pick up an orb, that seems a little bit counterintuitive, especially for how they did Recluse, where when you get killed, then you could switch to it. I think if they do that for the Wendigo, where when you pick up an orb, you can still swap to it, then you can still use it, I think that's a really well-made way to do it, and I think it'll actually be used, unlike the Oxygen. I can't say the other question, because that's actually used in Gambit, and that's kind of, I see people use it in Raid. It's an effective weapon when you have full ammo.
Yeah.
You get the reservoir burst,
but since it has such a high magazine.
Yeah, but again,
yeah.
Wendigo, I'm actually kind of looking forward to this as a pinnacle weapon. Now, I'm going to get even more hyped, because I'm more hyped for the pinnacle weapon of the Gambit than I am for Crucible or Vanguard. So, I use bows.
He's a bow person.
I am a good shot with bows. I can't snipe for crap, in my opinion. Actually, no, I'm not a horrible sniper, but I can hit my shots with a bow like, nothing. Don't even have to try, okay? So, let me read Hush. Hip-fired precision shots give a massive draw speed bonus. So my guess is that it has hip-fire grip and some other thing, or it's probably gonna have a custom reticle. So here's my guess. You know how you can when you hip fire with a bow, you have your little reticle. My guess is there's gonna be it'll have a custom kind of sight.
Yeah.
Like a different sight on it that basically a sight you would have when you ADS, but it's on your hip fire. That's my guess because that'd be kind of cool. But even then, Hush is a hip-fired precision shots give a massive draw speed bonus. I'm going to say this right now. Hip-fire shots on bow aren't that difficult to hit. I hit them a lot. Using Landmark, no turning back. Those are the two bows I use a lot. But my point...
you can put a mod on it. There's a hip-fire grip mod, right?
Yeah, you hip-fire grip.
Oh, that's gonna be evil.
Freehand grip. Yep. Yeah. Dude, this is the pinnacle weapon I'm going for, right? Well, actually, I'm probably going to go for Wendigo for raiding, because I think it has a lot of potential. But Hush, I'm going for over the Crucible one, which I'm not going to get to yet, because I want to finish with Hush. The thing is, not to mention, I wonder if it has Rampage.
What?
Because that would be kind of cool.
Super fast draw time and Rampage?
Okay, well, let me play this. So, it's going to have hipfire grip.
Yeah. Obviously.
Oh, actually no. I would assume it's gonna have it might have hipfire grip and its unique perk. Never mind. I would like it to have some type of damage bonus, but oh wait, you know what just occurred to me? It could be like a heavy hair, like no turning back.
Oh.
Or because no turning back has a draw time of 800, and I think the only other highest one is Wish Under, which is a 920.
Yeah.
So my guess is it's gonna be a heavy hair like no turning back, and then with that, so it's essentially Redrick. They really like doing the Redrick's treatment to a lot of weapons, which I'm fine with because I think it's cool. All right, now let's go into the
last.
All right, so I'm disappointed when I saw this Revoker. It's the Crucible Pinnacle Sniper. Now this isn't getting into it. Missed shots are returned to the magazine after a short duration.
It's not a mulligan.
So if you miss, you get your bullets back. What to do? That I don't like, because snipers have the ability to sit in the back of the map, and if they miss a shot, they just gotta sit there and wait longer. That they're already doing.
This literally
That's
means
my biggest
you
issue with this weapon.
Shoot forever.
This is Icebreaker. I'm sorry. I see Icebreaker issues with this weapon. I really do. I just see people saying back map with their sniper and not actually playing the game.
Because you don't actually have to hit them. You could just shoot until you hit them.
Yeah. And the other thing is missed shots, buy shots won't count for that. You're technically hitting your shot.
Yeah, but if you hit them,
you'll have to go you have to go get ammo, sure. But still, it's the point of I don't like it. It doesn't promote precision play because if you miss your shots, oh no. And the thing is, I don't think it's a good pinnacle perk. B, from the looks of it, it looks like a Suros sniper, so it's gonna be a 90 RPM because I'm pretty sure. What was the elegy? Was the elegy a 90 RPM? Pretty sure it was. Sure. My point is that it looks like the thorough snipers that are 90 RPM.
A single class?
It reminds me of the Maxim from Year 1, the Numarki sniper.
Mm-hmm.
Or you know what sniper that reminds me of? Hold on, let me pull up D1.
Is the D1
PS4 real
the
quick.
D1 Xbox or the D1 sniper from Shaq's?
Which one was it?
Edge Transit,
I
right?
didn't like it.
No, not Edge Transit. What am I saying?
No.
Event Horizon. That's what I think it looks like.
I think it was the one that like came out with like Curtain Call and like Anton's Rule.
Anton's Rule.
The hold on a second. Where is it? Oh, second. Excuse us, fault. We're both trying to look up this weapon. Destiny 1 Vanguard Sniper. Let me look at the images. Not the LDR. Not Persuader. I typed Destiny 1. How's it give me Destiny 2? Oh, it looks like the Deposition.
The Deposition.
From D1.
I don't remember.
I'm trying to look for the... It's a new marquee sniper. Where is it?
Wow, I was really dumb in D1.
Why?
I'm looking back at my sniper rolls.
Yeah.
And I have an Event Horizon with Short Gaze, Hidden Hand, Snapshot, and Perfectionist or Triple Tap. And I don't know why.
Do you know what
that.
sniper I... Oh, sorry,
No,
go ahead.
go ahead. I'm done.
Do you know what sniper I really, really want back?
Which one?
Hereafter.
Oh, yeah, that was a really
Yeah,
interesting sniper with a weird scope for me. I could never get that one. That sniper down.
That was my go-to trial sniper, man. That thing I could hit headshots with no merit, no issues.
Yeah, I mean, I had my longbow and I was just set with that. Yeah, I don't
Hereafter, like it was unique. It had good handling, had good scope to it. Dude, that was my go-to, man. I miss that thing.
Yeah.
So I'm looking through screenshots, trying to find this D1 sniper. Don't think I'm gonna look for it. Hey, look, I found a custom weapon. Yo, man, I remember when people used to make those for D1. So I don't remember the sniper, but it looks like a D1 sniper. But my guess is that that's gonna be a 90 RPM sniper. If you want my honest opinion, I just think that's what it's gonna be. I don't know why, but just call it a hunch. Again, I don't think snipers are in a good spot in the Crucible, and I don't like. So, my two big things with snipers currently is that there's no reason to use a sniper starting out in the game, because early on in the game you can get one of the best shotguns in the game still, which is the hand-in-hand, which is a ridiculous ranged shotgun. Hey, also, as I'm sitting here looking at our record time, we might roll over into a second episode, and we can get probably 2 out of this. But my point is, like, we're like at 40 minutes, and we're not even done talking about pinnacle weapons.
Yeah,
and
it's fine.
Then if we want, so okay, just point that out real quick. But going on, because spoiler alert, I sometimes do this. We'll have to record 2, whatever. It's still go at the same time. I'm not gonna tell you the date, because then that would show like what we're. But yeah, going back to Revoker, there's no reason to use a sniper early on as a new player, because A, you can get one of the best shotguns in the game, which is the green shotgun. I still think one of the best shotguns. The hand-in-hand, it's one of the more ridiculous shotguns. Or you can get one of the, what's the blue one?
Botheration?
Botheration, yeah, Botheration. I mean, there's really good options. And early game for snipers, you kind of got garbage. And
yeah.
And this is the reason why shotguns are dominant and other weapons are dominant, is because of... Okay,
I mean, there's the
sniper
Aiken,
flinch.
but...
Aiken, yeah, no, Aiken, no, that's
like...
Aiken
that's like
is
the one
of the best snipers, like, it's still people, I know people still use it, it's like, yeah, no, you're not wrong there. But, I was gonna say, early game, like, yeah, you get the Aiken, that's about it, but you don't have any good weapon pairings.
Yeah.
Because I was...
Yeah, because it's D1 year 1, so it's all... bad weapons.
So you can get Aiken early on, but you don't really have weapons to pair it with, and there's nothing there's no kind of intuition to it. There's not like, oh, I'll do this with it. Like, it's not kind of straightforward like the shotguns. Shotguns early on are proven to be strong. You can pair them with just about anything and it'll work. And then the people are like, oh, when you get last word, you should start sniping. By the time most people have last word, they've become efficient in Crucible in some way because they had to do the last word quest, and they have usually stuff like they already have shotguns, and if they're sniping at that point, good for them. But it's more likely people who get to the point of having last word have been either using shotguns or maybe even a fusion rifle. But snipers are a whole other beast because they get a lot of flinch, the ammo economy.
The ammo economy does not work for snipers. Because shotguns and
Yes and no.
rifles.
And a lot of the maps aren't. There's not many maps to actually snipe on.
Yeah.
Now, when I say ammo economy, I say it's like the reason why you can't just sit in the back of the map with Icebreaker anymore is the reason why we have the ammo economy. So you don't have people. Excuse me. Wow, it's bad. My bad. I'll probably cut that from the audio maybe, or leave it in. Is that you don't have people sitting in the back map with Icebreaker and just not playing the game. With the fact that you make people go get their ammo, that's fine. But you get 2 shots, which maybe one day they'll bump up to 3 on respawn. Maybe. I'm not sure on that. I don't know. Okay, that's just me thinking if they do anything. Flinch. People are saying, oh, you just reduced the flinch. All right, here's the 2 things. One, you gotta keep in mind console, and you gotta keep in mind PC. PC maybe not so much, but console. If anybody played D1, you remember a certain kinetic sniper.
No.
Called No Flinch Beyond. You could be looking up straight up in the sky and still headshot the guy who shot you first. That doesn't, or I mean, that would happen a lot of the time. But the point is, or you just have no flinch. You were a statue.
Yeah, the gun
It's
would move, but your reticle would always be centered.
Yeah. Like visually, your gun would be up in the sky. Your reticle's still on the guy's head. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it was really stupid.
There's a reason why it's called No Flinch Beyond. Not to mention it used primary ammo. It's a whole other balancing thing to it, but that wouldn't be an issue because it would just be a special weapon. But my point is that adjusting flinch on snipers, they have to be extremely careful with across console, because console is weird with aim assist and all that crap. But even then on PC. But
and before you go on about how, like, console and PC.
Oh no, I was gonna move on to something else, of like talking about flinch and all, but continue.
Bungie doesn't do well with balancing for multiple consoles, because
no, they really don't.
They're really, really bad at this.
The episode I uploaded this past Friday was called TJ's Witness or something like that, because the other day I was with Eric on SharePlay on PS4 and I was watching him play Destiny 2 Crucial. I'm like, hey, go ahead and use this out real quick. And I witnessed why it's an issue on console. I can understand why what they're coming from on console.
Yeah. It is a very hard gun to counter.
It's ridiculous. Like, it's effortless 3-tapping. I'm like, now it makes sense now. It kind of sucks that they're changing it, but it makes sense. And there's probably plenty of videos out there of people demonstrating like how effortless it is on console. If you don't believe me, go look up yourself. Let's see why it's an issue on console. And I can kind of agree with the nerf from a certain standpoint, but I still don't agree with the Not Forgotten change, because, and I keep revisiting this because I'm still like on the side of why not just change the stats like they did with Queen Breaker?
Yeah.
Why are you changing the whole weapon archetype? Because the thing is that if their argument is, because if they would change it on console, the values on console, like, or just overall, it wouldn't affect PC that much. The values that are an issue. And if their argument is, because people can't get it on PC, I'm sorry, but this is, going forward, hitting 2100 is not an issue. If you want Not Forgotten, then yeah, you have to work for it, but 2100, you need a 13-game win streak, and you're there.
Yeah,
that's nothing.
Really fast.
And, like, I'm not saying go on a 13 win streak, I'm saying is getting there, or getting that many points, that shows you how much they reduce the games to get 2100 are. For example, you can just go ahead and do, like, if you're playing smart and you're doing, like, a couple games every day, or you play a game to see how the matchmaking is, and if you're getting stomped, then you wait another day and not trash your rank, yeah, you do that. Or if you get close to 2100, and then when you get reset, now on reset, you get your free points, and then you hit 2100, that's being smart. But people who just go in and bash their head against the brick wall and expect to win every match because they're lower matchmake, like, no.
It's not going to work for you.
I'm also in the boat. I did talk about this, not on podcast, but with you and another one of our friends. Is that I think all Pinnacle Quest should be moved to Quick Play.
Yeah.
And have not have a comp requirement, but have a reset requirement,
like
they did with Redrixis. Then this doesn't matter if it's like, but for things like Not Forgotten, I think that should remain at 5500. That, like, I don't, or maybe not. Maybe Not Forgotten is you have limits on Not Forgotten. But my point is, going forward, I would think you make competitive into a truly ranked game mode where it's, say, at 100 points, I am a lame kid 1000, and when I only get match made with other lane kid 1000s. But then when I go up to not lane kid 200, I only get match made with not lane kid 200. Like, I mean, it's you only getting match made with people at that specific rank, and not with comps matchmaking, because I don't think comp matchmaking actually works.
It's I think it's because of all the mixed ranks that are going in fire teams and stuff, and so it just doesn't know what to do, and it just says like, screw it, I'm just gonna put it up against the nearest people I can find.
Yeah, that makes sense. Again, just well, what fight I got? Burp, got yawn. Next I'll be sneezing, calling it. Yeah, with the Revoker, I don't think I think it'll be the most underused pinnacle weapon. I think Not Forgotten Lose How would still see more use than the Revoker Sniper. I don't. It's not gonna be a 140. If it's a 140, it's not gonna be a 2-shot buy shot, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna be changing that.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the most asked for sandbox changes. Because again, I mean, unless it is a 140, because then they're promoting not going for hitting your shots anymore, like not hitting headshots, because it turns your ammo. I mean, yeah, I mean,
yeah.
like,
I mean, there's always like Twilight Oath and
I mean,
the supremacy
I mean,
that will probably always like beat this gun.
I don't think they'll be bearish unless they change the aim assist values on those, because it's so I'm gonna say this right now, aim assist and range do actually play factor into bullet magnetism on PC, despite we're not playing on controller or a console player. But bullet magnetism and aim assist are still very much a thing. Look at opening shot, for example. If you have a higher aim assist value and a higher range value, your opening shot will magnetize a lot better if you don't realize this. So 140s, in my opinion, will always still, like Twilight Oath and Supremacy, have really good aim assist, they have really good range sets, they have really good handling sets, they have some of the best stats for snipers in the game. There's a reason why they're king. Same thing with Alone as a God, which is what I still use, because it's a really good sniper. Yeah. So we're at 50 minutes, and I think at this point, so what about the next episode? I have a little clip about Splatoon 2 and how my gameplay would change when I was playing Splatoon 2 and Destiny 2, yada yada yada. But that'll be next episode, because this is going to be episode 6 of Clickbait. I think maybe next episode I'll be like the first. I probably won't be a full episode. Probably will be like mini episodes, since we're just going to be talking about Eli's free play experience and that little clip on Splatoon 2. But this is going to wrap it up for episode 6 of Clickbait. I'm pretty sure it's episode 6. Let me double check, because, I did type 6 for episode 6. Yeah. Eli will actually get to talk next episode, and I'm sorry, because there's a lot of things I didn't expect to be so passionate about. Because when I first saw that grenade launcher, I was like, oh, that's a cool idea.
And then you saw
the more I thought about it, I'm like, that could be kind of good. But yeah, that's fine. Alright, well, I hope you're ready to talk next episode. I'm sorry. Hey, look, listen, it's still better to have somebody than not anybody. Because if I was here by myself, God knows what I would have said.
It's just rambling on and on.
Yeah, I'm just in my mad rambling of like, oh, wait, oh no, we didn't talk about this. We have a few minutes left. If you scroll to the bottom of the page announcing Opulence, there is what looks to be Rose, the weapon before Thorn, and I don't know if this is an ornament or if this is an actual weapon, but I think it'll actually be a weapon quest.
Sure, actually. I hope it's a weapon.
Rose, it has like the full thing. It looks like a rose, and it's thorn. But I really hope it's not an ornament. If it's an ornament, it's kind of lame. If it isn't, that's kind of cool and would be cool. I don't know what the heck the weapon would do.
Imagine if they made it an ornament for malfeasance.
What?
Imagine if they made it an ornament for malfeasance.
What, Rose?
Yeah.
that would be the ultimate insult to injury.
That'd just be stupid.
I mean, the current the current ornament for malfeasance is actually really cool. The red string.
Yeah.
That's a really nice ornament. All right, we're gonna wrap this episode up before I continue rambling on. This has been TJ.
And I've been Eli.
Yeah, there you go. See, there you learn. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Oh my god.